Hey there, it's Leona. Welcome to Zen Mindfulness Shodo. Today, we are going to practice Shodo meditation while focusing on the Hiragana character for Su. So, let's begin our beautiful journey together. When you write a character, imagine a square about the size of the character that you are going to write like this. First, I'm going to write it. Then I'm going to explain the points and tips for writing the character beautifully in detail. Alright, now I'm gonna explain in detail. The first stroke starts from a point a bit higher than, and to the left of, the middle of the left half of the middle horizontal line, until the middle vertical line is in the middle of the stroke. The stroke moves upward to the right, while curving up just a little bit. Then from the end point of the first stroke, the pen moves upward to the left like this. The second stroke starts from a point a bit higher than, and to the left of, the center of point of the top right square, and the right side of the middle vertical line. Then, with the line curved slightly to the right, the stroke moves downward while keeping it roughly parallel to the middle vertical line, curving slightly to the right. Around this height, which is just a tiny bit higher than the center point of the bottom right square. At that point, the stroke curves downwards and rises back up towards the top left, like this. Next, the stroke rises up towards the top right. When it reaches around the height of the middle horizontal line, it then curves to the right, while moving downwards. It curves to the right as it descends downwards, and when it connects with the vertical line part, it tapers off smoothly towards the bottom left, gradually becoming thinner as it goes. As for how far to extend that final tapering stroke, you should bring it down to a height where the space below the ending point is roughly equal to the space above the starting point. In other words, leave approximately the same amount of space above the start and below the end of the stroke. If you leave a slight gap here, it looks neater. For example, when the stroke comes up like this, a lot of people tend to attach it directly to the vertical line portion and bring it straight down. However, in my opinion, it looks cleaner and neater if there is a small triangular gap space here, rather than attaching it directly to the vertical line. Leaving a slight gap makes it look more crisp and elegant. It does give it a more mature and adult-like feel, doesn't it? As for the shape of this looped portion, if you make it completely round like this, it gives the character Su a childish and cute impression. So for those who prefer a cuter looking Su, you can write it in this rounder style. However, for those wanting to give Su a more mature and adult-like impression, creating this triangular shape instead of a full round loop gives it a more sophisticated, adult-like atmosphere. While some may prefer the rounder, cuter style I showed initially, making it more triangular like this results in a Su with a more grown-up, mature vibe. However, regarding the shape of this loop, if you make it too angular with sharp corners like this, it fails to properly capture the curved beauty characteristic of Hiragana characters. So instead of making it overly angular, but also without making it completely rounded like this, aim to maintain a somewhat triangular shape while ensuring the corners aren't too pointed. Allow for a moderate amount of curvature. By keeping these pointers and tips in mind, and practicing with appropriately curved angles rather than sharp corners or perfect circles, you'll be able to produce a more elegantly shaped Su character. How about giving it a try while keeping these points in mind during practice. The key points for writing hiragana characters, as explained in the video, are concisely summarized in this book in a similar manner. The book allows you 3 pages to practice each character. It can be purchased on Amazon. See the link in the description. I'm gonna practice 1 page of this workbook this time, but you're welcome to practice as much as you want. If you're practicing with a pen, I recommend that you place a few pieces of paper under the page that you're writing on, so that the ink doesn't bleed onto the page under it. Alright, let's get started.